Hi guys, Gaming Bay here. Right, I'm back from PDXCON. Literally just arrived back an hour or two ago, and it's time to get straight back into things. So this video follow on, and this is showing some of the action from last night, where we had a 4-hour gaming session over in Sweden. So yes, that's what's going to be following. So enjoy, and I will catch up with you later. See ya. Bye.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the PDXCON World War II stream. And we got 10 people here who are going to be battling out in multiplayer in Death for Dishonour. We split everybody up into kind of 2 teams to get a rough, good balance. So we got 5 on each, and should we go through all the players?
Sure.
Yeah. So we got so this first here is the fascist team then. And we got Game Gabster as Czechoslovakia. We have Gaming Bear as Italy. Prussian Prince as Germany. So no pressure. Or Grugi from PDS as Spain. And we'll see which Spain, because it's going to depend a little bit. Like, if he actually loses the Civil War, he's going to be forced to play for the other side. And and I'm not sure if I'll butcher his name, but Tokriva as Yugoslavia.
Meanwhile, over on the communist side, we have Floriwari playing as our home country, Sweden.
Woo!
The Soviet Union is under the control of Torior. The People's Republic of China is being led to its doom by our great friend Daniel. India is under the command of Quill 18, and Romania must bow to the whims of the Solar Gamer.
Yeah. So same thing goes for Quill, because he's probably going to have the Civil War to go commie. And if he loses the Civil War, he's probably going to have to play for the other side. And yeah, so we figured whichever side destroys Germany or destroys the Soviet Union and wins that way, we'll call the winner.
Hi guys, right, carrying on from the last episode. As you probably remember, we'd just captured Ethiopia, getting ready to move up towards the Suez Canal and push down for the resources, at the same time pushing in across the top to secure Alexandria and pushing up towards Tunis, and then out to aid nationalist Spain, off towards the coast and helping to take Gibraltar, with 2 forces ready to push in and capture the island here, before later pushing in to capture Malta as part of the plan. So what the team were doing in the background, they were going through looking at the updates and how it affected the new DLC. So without further ado, let's follow that back, get back to them talking about the DLC and the changes in this area, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Romania. So let's carry on with that.
No, I think UK is probably going to try and invade stuff. There's probably going to be some war in Africa. The question is if the Italian player is going to care with the big Soviet threat. They might actually give up most of Africa, perhaps.
It's the goal for each player is to take either Moscow or Berlin.
Yeah, although, I mean, you kind of want to control the Suez here, because if you're going to be launching any invasions against, say, the Raj here, right, you really probably want to go through there. And it's going to be difficult otherwise. You probably don't want to have to bash your way through the main defense line in the Soviet Union. Let's see what Germany is up to. They are still on. Yeah, we're running on speed 3 here, and I think we might slow down a little bit if people need to when the war comes. The HOI community is really split on the speeds, by the way. I talked to some groups, and they're on like 3 and 4. Daniel sometimes around 5 at the office, but he's crazy. And then I have people who go like speed 1, but speed 1 is almost too fast, you know. So it's like really, really different groups. So certain groups can you know, they get together one evening and just finish a whole game, and some play like an hour or 2 every day for weeks.
Personally, I'm comfortable with 4.
Yeah, I don't know. Not in war.
But I'm not saying that I'm a good Hearts of Iron player.
No.
It might be better if I slowed it down, but
Probably. But as long as everybody's going fast, you know, it's... well, I think he might have avoided the Civil War completely, actually. Huh.
Well, then that's sneaky.
Yeah, maybe this depends on how much of a support there is. Because I know there's a possibility for the other way around as well. Let's see what else.
There's still a strong democratic ideology going on there in Spain. So
yeah. There seems to be no... Germany's justifying on Poland at the moment. So we might have an early attack on Poland, and I think that makes sense. Grabbing some territory.
If you look at the AI Poland, they have attacks planned as well. Right into Eastern Prussia, into the doors of Berlin. Well, good luck, guys.
Yeah, wow.
That's like a dream.
At least they're not justifying against Germany.
They are not.
But Turkey's... October is going to be an interesting month because on the 14th, the Soviet Union finishes their war goal against Turkey. And on the 30th, Germany can go against Poland, which are already guaranteed. So that's going to bring in the AI. Let's see how they do.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see what Daniel's up to now. So he's continued to justify against the enemies around there. I wonder if we could get some more interviews from people around. See, like maybe, how does Sweden feel about joining the Comintern? Like, are they being treated well?
Yeah, maybe Zeke should go and speak to Floriworry.
Yeah, they seem to be justifying against Norway as well. I'm not sure
how Norway fits into these larger plans.
Yeah, it's not.
Zeke, are you out there?
So, we're back here with Floriworry. Do you have some words on how it feels to now be in the Comintern?
It's amazing. It's so good.
I don't think they're on the
Hemet,
screen
man.
yet, though.
So nice. But I'm doing some very secret stuff right now, so I don't know what I can talk
they
about.
put them in
and
the
what I can't.
corner. All right.
So I don't honestly don't
It's a little
know.
hard to see.
But I can tell you what I can't. I mean, I could tell you, but
I
then
trust
I
the
probably have to
technology
tell
people
you.
know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It sounds very reasonable. We won't
More
force you to give it
basic.
away, but
Like commie
you're a
Swedish
happy
flags also.
camper now in the Comintern.
It's very nice. It feels very cozy.
That is very good to hear. Either way, then I'll leave you to it and fulfill your destiny.
So I think Troy and I felt it was time to sit down actually now after 3 pretty grueling days at PDXCON actually.
They were long days, but they were good days, I think.
Yeah, really fun, but morning to night. It's always fun to hang out with fans and like I think the seminars and stuff we were doing this year were pretty popular.
Most of the rooms were overflow, which was very outstanding.
Yeah. And I'm going to be sharing a little tidbits next week in my dev diary about the stuff I was talking as well, I think. But of course, everybody who came here got to find out first. So Germany is prepping, and what we got now, it's not many days now until the attack on Turkey. Do we have any other big attacks going
Well,
on?
Daniel's getting ready to move into Shibe Sanma,
And Austria's Anschluss.
as expected.
Yes. I am a little surprised Yugoslavia has not really gone and done anything, but I guess they're not really managed to go fascist just yet. It takes a little longer for them.
It does. But they're moving to traditional values,
Yeah.
which is the right path they want to take, I think.
Yeah.
That takes them down into a more aggressive, nationalist Yugoslav model.
Yes, as observer here, I do get these options, but it doesn't matter what I pick in them. So I get the events of the nation. So let's see, Turkey is about to get hit any second now, I think. Let's see if they're actually gonna declare war.
Would you? With the purge going on? You as master strategist and designer of this game, would you wait until the purge is over? Nope.
I would have prepared a naval invasion probably also,
Okay.
I think.
So here it comes.
This area is one of the bloodiest to fight in.
Yeah.
Is mountains, They all have properly dug in fortifications. Let's see if they've actually putting any. Yeah, so they're leveraging their air force, which I'm pretty sure Turkey doesn't really have. So, and Folkhemmet is refusing to help out.
And so do the Chinese.
Yeah.
And I wonder...
Is coordination not working there? Maybe it's like, yeah. So anyway, you guys can see the new air interface stuff here. So in fact,
why don't you click on an airport and show people how we've rationalized.
Yeah. So as you can see, this is the air mode, and wings are now actual units on the map, and you can see ranges and stuff like this. When I zoom out, now I've got like long range stuff selected, but you can see when I select something that's a bit shorter ranged as well, it changes. And you can see here arrows is to indicate where stuff is going, so it's much easier to actually track where stuff is coming from, where it's going to do missions now. And some of the stuff I can't show in observer mode is how nice it is to be able to split and merge now, because it's kind of smart, so we'll split and merge based on types. So it's really easy to adjust your sizes, or if you want to spread out. And the other thing we've done is we have made a new combat interface. And this sort of shows you what's going on as you're watching it. Now, it doesn't seem to have a lot of defense. Oh, it does have a little bit. But you can see here that he is rocking ground attacks. Yeah, so here's some filters, so you can decide sort of what you want to see. And he's done I've got this running on last day now. You can also have just the last sortie if you just want to see the latest thing that's happening. And so you can see that bombers went there. They didn't find a target to attack on the ground, but some of them were disrupted and had to turn back, damaged. And in fact, I'm going to toggle on all of these.
Yugoslavia has joined the Axis, so things are starting to heat up here.
And attack on Poland is happening. And in fact, this is new as well. You can see this is a different color. So these indicate that CAS are actually helping out in those combats. So you can see that right away in this screen. And I think before we weren't showing battle plans either. So that makes it a lot easier to see where front lines and stuff like that are going. All right, so let's quickly see how is Poland doing. I suspect not well.
So something just happened in Czechoslovakia you'll have to explain. It looks like they've been split.
Oh. Yeah, interesting. So,
Czechoslovakia has been divided into the Bohemian Empire, which is the old Czech area, and Czechoslovakia, which is modern Slovakia.
So this would be a civil war, I guess. I'm gonna go switch to, here we go, it's the fascist side. So they've gone down, Czech fascism here, and I think it triggered the actual normal. I think it triggered the normal. Civil war actually, because there's one of these that also trigger a civil war because it's got a little warning on it, but they seem to have gone the regular event-wise civil wars, but they seem to have won that pretty quickly. Let's see if I can switch. And Germany's definitely winning this one. I mean, it's not much left to go. Doing quite well on casualties as well. It's picking up a bit. That's going to be more important long term. And who else we got? Bohemian Empire looks cool though. What is Yugoslavia up to? They are no. Oh yeah, actually now we have the allies in here. We'll have a look, see what the AI is actually doing. Are they planning any invasions or anything? No. Well, actually they are. The AI is planning to invade Yugoslavia.
AI which?
Yeah. Well, that would be, that would be Britain, I think.
Oh, and we have the long-awaited civil war in Spain.
Yep. There we go. So it happened a little later than expected.
So if our fascist friend in Spain, who is Grugi, if he loses this war, he flips to a democratic country, not a communist country, or is the Republicans communist?
So Republicans are communists. Historically, that's a little arguable,
right?
Because it was a collaboration of a whole bunch of different stuff. For gameplay reasons, it works better for them to be communists.
So for the rules of our game, that means he changes sides.
Yeah, I mean, he's now playing the nationalists, right? So if they were to lose, he's going to have to hot join in as the other side.
Glorious.
Yes. That is quite nice with hot join, actually. Allows you to do that kind of stuff. It would have been cool if at the end of a civil war you also were allowed to just switch in game. And Italy is, oh, here we go, another treaty. Daniel's growing steady.
Daniel's dangerous in this game.
Yeah, well, not yet, but I think he will be soon. And he looks to be... Oh, Soviet Union doesn't really want to do anything, so I think they should just give him all the points. Yeah, just give Daniel all the points. Or take his stuff. Take his stuff.
Yes.
Might be a good point to say. I'm not sure if I've written in a diary or anything yet. We changed a little bit how peace conferences go, so if you're going to take territory that is occupied by anyone else, it's going to cost you almost 10 times as much now. Actually, exactly 10 times as much. Which does make it a lot harder to cheese and do stuff like that.
Right.
And Poland's still hanging on.
And so is Turkey, as you predicted. Torior is having quite a bit of trouble breaking through the mountains of Armenia.
Yeah, whenever someone does that, it's always a bloodbath. In fact, I'm going to see if I can see exactly how much of a bloodbath here in the combat log. So, equipment losses. Yep. So, almost twice as much from attrition. And it keeps going up. So, it's not a good area to fight in. It's got lost about 13k men. Which is not that bad, but... Oh, well, actually, I might have reformed the armies and stuff. And Warsaw's down. But really... Oh, he is actually planning a naval invasion now. As you can see from Krasnodar. So that's probably going to break them, right? Turkey does not have enough units to handle multiple fronts like that.
Yes.
Soviet Union does. So, although the Turkish fleet is actually there to mess with them, I think. Let's see, how far away are they from launching this?
I need another 30 days, another month before that can go anywhere. And in the meantime, he'll lose 20, 30,000 more men in those mountains.
Yeah, he probably should have maybe done a smaller invasion, and honestly, and run from a couple of different ports. But if he does land, he's going to be cutting those guys off from supply.
Yes.
And just win, probably. But
We haven't checked in on India for a while. Now, India is something that became playable and interesting in our Together for Victory expansion.
Yeah, so they have... Let me toggle over to them here. And see what Quill is up to. He is still a subject of the crown. And he has been pulled into the war, actually. So I do think, though, that when he goes with the People's Army, he actually fires off a civil war.
Yes, that event triggers the communist uprising to overthrow the imperial overlords.
Yeah, so he should be okay. He should be able to step out of that war and be on the other side. I hope. We'll see. But I think that is coming up here in 60 days. So I guess he was supported then by the Soviet Union. Because this is sort of an opt-in here. You seek help from the Soviet Union, and that's going to make it better for you. If nobody responds for your help, you can still do your own thing, but you're kind of on your own, and Britain's going to come and kick your butt, basically. A lot of cool icons in this tree, by the way. I love these Gurkha knives. It's cool.
It was a lot of fun to see. As a Canadian, it was fun to see Together for Victory come together.
Yeah, I mean, you helped as well. You did a lot of the writing.
I did some of the writing, some of the research. It was a great treat to finally contribute a bit to one of my favorite games.
Yeah. So Daniel seemed to be taking a break. I don't see him justifying just now.
Okay, it looks like Comintern's getting itself together, getting its act together at least.
Yeah, I guess. And neither is the Soviet Union. They're not really going for anyone. And let's see, how is the plot, how is the purge going? They still have minus 50% org. Ooh, even worse in those mountains.
But in one more week, they can launch their amphibious attack. So
Yeah.
that's that has to go well for them.
Let's see if someone's actually helping in the Spanish Civil War here. So there's Lend-Lease going on, and there's I don't see any volunteers going on here. And this war is now actually a little bit harder to win. I've spent a bunch of time balancing the Spanish Civil War. So in general now it takes a lot longer. I mean, I usually see it go like late 37 or 38, sometimes all the way to 39.
I've seen that in some of my more recent plays. It used to be it would wrap up in 2 or 3 months quite quickly.
Yeah, so I did a couple of things, like I added a bunch of smaller militia units all over the place to kind of plug the holes, because a lot of it was about when you managed to pull off an encirclement and stuff like that by random chance, because the enemy didn't have enough troops to just cover the front line. So that helped a lot.
And the democratic states can't contribute to help the Republicans as they did, as volunteers did.
Exactly. Only really the Russians can, and they're also not helping.
Yes.
So nobody's helping either side. So it's down to Grugi.
But we trust Grugi. He's a skilled and experienced player. He can clearly...
Well, that's the thing. He's not played Hearts of Iron in quite a while now, so we'll see. He does play a lot of EU4, so he's very used to multiplayer. But I mean, the AI has gotten a lot better now. So I mean, he's winning, but it's taking longer. And if you look at like the country, they have 6 military factories, so it's actually kind of a slow process to build up.
But this is where the licensing and Lend-Lease have become such interesting mechanics and options for players.
Yeah, and he seems to be getting a whole bunch of Lend-Lease. So I'm not exactly sure how much, but yeah, a bit.
Do we want to take a look at Italy, who is trying to make some moves into France, it seems. They joined the Axis, so of course the Italians want to push through.
Yeah, I would have thought they're not really pushing in the mountains there, which is a good idea. Because they're equally bad like Turkey.
Yep.
Oh, actually, talking about Turkey, he's managed to go through now. And it looks like some of his divisions invading here actually got caught.
That Turkish fleet.
Yeah, so seems to have... Well, I think they managed to get away. They didn't sink.
Looks like he got 4 divisions. Got 4 divisions landed. It looks like he's got a couple of 3 infantry and a horsey dude.
Yeah. All right, so we got Seek here for a little mid-game talk.
Yeah,
over to you, Seek.
Thank you very much, Dan and Troy. We're back here with our players to see how it's going. My dear Gabster, how are your plans for world domination going?
It went very badly, to be honest. I mean, I've become the empire that I professed, but I had a civil war, which I did not expect, and my entire army disappeared, so I'm having to rebuild. Yeah.
So it sounds like the flame of your previous plan has succumbed and become cinders. But maybe, if you blow enough air on it, it will once again spark a nice flame.
Not very well.
I can't see it at all.
You could say that, or you could just, I could become a puppet of Germany. That's also a secondary plan I have, yes.
Sounds like a peculiar plan, but I like it. My dear Bear,
Trying to dominate the Med, taking over air power, but we're battling it out with the British fleets, trying to secure North Africa. It sounds pretty realistic, pretty much like the real thing. Trying to spread out both ways, seeing how it works. But at the moment, it's in the balance.
we also saw that Denmark has capitulated, so that's always a positive.
Definitely. Everything's moved on quite quickly with taking Eritrea, this part of things, but it's pushing up, concentrating on the main areas, securing the centre, and making sure that they want to seal off the Med so that they can't, they have to go down Africa with all of the resources. So that's the plan, seal off both ends of the Med and make it hard for them.
Sounds like a very sound plan. I'll leave you to it. And to our Danish viewers, it's just bands, we love you. My dear Prussian prince, sorry.
So, I have protected Poland. And I've done the same thing with Denmark. And I believe perhaps the Dutch are next. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I think they need some, I think they need to be liberated as well. You know, I'm all about peace and love.
Give us some hearts in Twitch chat if you think the Netherlands should be liberated by our dear Prussian prince. Grookster, yes. What's up?
Yeah, so I have this faction within my nation that thinks they should have rights to vote. So we have to deal with that. And right now they're surrounded. We're attacking them on all fronts. They're gonna die. And I have put in the special forces to cut them off at Barcelona.
That's the problem with being like a leader. All the people think that they also get to have opinions.
Yeah, I don't know. Only my opinions matter.
I know. That's the way the wheel spins or whatever. Sorry, I'm very tired. We're here with Tokaruva. I'm sorry again.
It's fine. Yeah, hi.
Tell us, how's it going?
Just discovered that the Comintern is trying to boost their communism in the United States.
I hear claims of fake news. Do you have any sources to back up this claim?
Yeah. Well, let's just go to the US and we can see it. Now everyone's boosting in the US.
Very foul, Comintern.
I think democracy is ending about 70 years early.
It would seem that the Comintern are trying to influence the election. Who'da thunk? We're back here with the Comintern. Are we going back this way?
Very interesting things have been happening here.
Yeah. So let's start with India, I guess. India now has a civil war, but it looks like, and I forgot to check before, I guess the commie support was so strong that I think the enemy side had basically no units. So Quill's just rushing for Delhi here, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like the entire Indian army, all
four divisions, five of divisions.
4 or 5 divisions have.
Oh no, never mind. It might actually be intel. I see some British troops here going to intercept
yeah, but that's
now.
it. That's all they've got. All they've got is the British troops. I'm looking at India right now, and they've got nothing but one English division.
It's the Royal Tank Regiment, though.
Yeah, well. Good luck.
As a Canadian, you should be rooting for them, I feel.
As a Canadian and a former colony, I'm kind of divided here.
Oh, well. And to give an update on Turkey, they are still dying horribly in the mountains, but they are doing it in the right direction now. Yeah.
Oh, the Bohemian Empire, what?
What did they do?
India.
What? Oh.
So that was weird.
Yeah. So they've been pulled in then. Yeah. So looking at
okay,
the...
you want to explain how the Bohemian Empire now runs India? I don't quite understand how this event chain worked.
I am not sure what happened here, actually. Did they... That is interesting. I am not sure what happened there, actually.
That makes 0 sense.
That makes 0 sense. I'm calling hot code on that one. That's pretty interesting.
Because the Bohemian Empire is at a war with India, because India was an ally.
Yeah. This is some kind of strange capitulation. No, it can't be.
Because they can't capitulate separately.
I don't know. That is very interesting.
This is something we'll have to take a look at or ask somebody about. Who is running the Bohemian Empire? We have Game Gapster. Maybe he can explain this to us.
Yeah, did you give any events that might have been targeting the wrong nation here?
Maybe Zeke can talk to Game Gapster about that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, now it's heating up as well because Sweden's going against Norway, as they should.
There goes Norway.
Yeah.
So that was, I'm not going to get over that. I'm just...
No, that is very weird. But again, this build is not actually been QA tested, so... But it worked really well during the press testing for 1 hour, so we figured let's just run multiplayer on it.
Do we have any Bohemian co-workers who may have a hankering for curry who have snuck that in?
I don't know. Well, we do. We have a German guy and he likes curry, so maybe.
There's surprisingly good curry here in Stockholm.
Yeah. Now that is interesting. I have no idea how that could happen. Oh.
But we also have But the thing that I think is interesting long term, over in the United States, we have everybody trying to talk them into signing up.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Pretty much everybody is messing with their politics. They got 22% communist support, and is it growing?
They're being influenced by pretty much most of our players, but not enough of the fascists to counter all the communist support.
I think it's going to be a tough one. I mean, they have the resistance and all that stuff. So, and the Spanish Civil War is still going. Although Grugi's made some good headway. He's almost to Madrid now. All right, let's over to Seek and Game Gabster and find out what nefarious plot or potential bug that we haven't spotted yet.
Okay, how the
Cost Bohemian
Hey there,
Empire.
everyone. We're here with the Game Gabster, who will explain the crazy shenanigans that just went down. Tell us. I hear laughter in the background. Tell the viewers what just happened.
Lots of things are happening. I became a colonial empire, owning parts of India, but then now it seems like Czechoslovakia has declared independence, and I'm in a civil war, and they've joined the Allies, so yes, that's very unfortunate.
That does sound like a situation in the... Oh, well. Now it all...
I don't think they had any troops, but my army is gone again.
There we go. It's a very interesting situation.
Very, indeed, yeah.
Okay, I guess that's back to Dan and Troy in the studio.
Now, we couldn't actually hear what you were saying, so we hope it was explanatory. I'm not sure what could actually explain this, though, but...
I'm just going to give Game Gabster the credit and say it was a genius political move.
No, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe an invention gone awry or something.
Personal union inheritance? That's the wrong game.
There are some really weird claims for Austria if you form Austria-Hungary.
Yes.
But this is not the case here, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's actually going to stop anything, though. Although it is a little weird because, you know, we said no player wars. And he can't really take back all of India until he can do that, so... We hope the players are going to be a little nice and not super defend this area of India, because that will be a little cheaty. So let's see what is Daniel up to here.
Well, we have another 8 months until player wars can start, and then things are going to get crazy.
Yeah, Turkey's slowly losing here. In fact, I'm going to have a look at that war again. Casualty figures are actually way worse on the Soviet side. 130k down versus 7. Oh, actually, never mind. Someone just got encircled. 93k on the other side.
Looks like we had another amphibious landing here.
Yes, another. They should be toast as soon as these guys go for it.
They should make a beeline for Ankara.
Yeah, just grab the capital now. It's interesting, there's actually some free French messing about here as well. And Italy is not doing much here on this front line. They really need to do some kind of naval invasion or something to get around. I don't see them having control of any seas really, though. How much navy do they actually have left?
And the Royal Navy is such a beast in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, you have to be really careful. You kind of have to hide your fleet.
Okay, just a little point. I disagree with the guy saying you've got to hide in port. No. But you need to do it in a tactical, effective way. You're not as strong as the Royal Navy, so you need to be close to your port. When your ships are damaged, pull them back, get them back immediately. We'll look at the ships here. There we go, down here. These guys, they've been damaged and they're pulling back immediately. We have other forces in the area which are taking it to them, and the battles wise at the moment it is pretty even. But if you maintain this strategy, so you can see we're losing a destroyer, they're losing a sub, but we've got the air power and we're transporting our ships right the way across. All of these surviving ships, 11 surviving ships in the background, that we are able to work with. Use the airfields to supplement what you're doing. So initially controlling the Western Med, making sure we can attack into to France from the ports here. So I'm sending troops in to capture Marseille behind them, close this port off, and then basically we'll have captured 2 more ports and then swing in into southern France to be able to capture in behind them and push in for the destruction of mainland France. Then control the upper part of Africa, pushing down and slowly whittling the British away. But you've got to have the fighter support, you've got to have the dive bombers and the navy planes that you've got to keep updated, upgraded, and just pounding the British, but then pulling back. You don't want things to be destroyed. You want to slowly take the bases that the British are using to resupply and to repair. So you need the bombers going in, these close support, and especially the tactical bombers going in, taking Malta to pieces. Take this area to pieces, and then you're in a seriously good. You can see their ports are down to 3, their airfields down to 3. We're hitting them really, really hard. They've got a little bit of coastal fortification, but we're whittling it all away, going in and preventing them from repairing the ships that are fighting in this area. Then we go in for a landing and take it. Once you control Malta and the area around this area, the central med becomes yours. You then shift more planes over to the islands here, then start controlling the eastern med, the central med here, and you have planes right the way around to control every area, pushing you way up into this French zone and control everything around the med, and slowly start taking all the ports off the British until you control everything, and then you destroy their fleets. At that point you then turn things on the next parties you want to destroy, and that's the plan with the Italians. No, you don't hide, but you do it smart. You fight a little, pull back before your smaller force is destroyed. It's a bit like a guerrilla action. Get in, do damage, pull back. Force them to have to travel 1,000 miles to their ports, whereas you only have 200 miles to go. You can get back, repair, start repairing, then send your fleet back out again, do more damage. So the cumulative damage of your fighters picking at them time after time after time will take them to pieces. And you will control the med, but you need to think about it. One huge engagement, you will lose. You will lose. The British will destroy you. Don't do it. You need to work on the attrition side. Slowly whittle their ships down. Slowly whittle their destroyers, their cover, their screens, their submarines, their planes in the background. Then dive, bomb, and torpedo them all the way back to the islands they've got. And they're... I should have some planes down here. I will be moving planes in. As I move up, a bit later on, I move planes up into this area and then start bombing Gibraltar to take out the naval bases in Gibraltar. So as I'm pushing them back, I capture these areas all the way up, capture the airfields, and then start bombing Gibraltar if at that stage we haven't, our Spanish friends haven't captured it already. So that's part of the key. If Spain doesn't capture it and you can't send Paris in to capture it, then bomb it all the way into oblivion. Make it as ineffective as possible while maintaining your ports, your airfields, to slowly destroy their ability to wage war against you. And that's in a nutshell. So no, don't run away, but play it smart. So let's move on.
In fact, some more of it died just now. The Royal Navy's right here, together with some Australian destroyers, chasing the last battleships of the Italian Navy. So that is not looking too good. Of course, oh yeah, you guys can see this, by the way. This gives you a quick overview of the ranges as well for air.
Yeah. There's a big battle in the Western Mediterranean between the French and the Italians that really did in a lot of the Italian Navy right there.
Yeah.
They lost 21 destroyers.
Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, no. And the British are getting all the air support as well. It's kind of, it's not looking too good here for the Italian player. Might have been better to hide them in port, as is sort of historical.
Yes.
Although that didn't work out so well for them either.
But they did manage to take Cairo.
Yeah, Cairo's down. That is good. Control the lines down here. Means you can sort of get to India as well in an easier way.
But you have to find your way through Iran for that.
Yeah. And the Spanish Civil War, I have to see how close are they to winning now. And Bulgaria joined the Allies, and they've been declared war on by Yugoslavia. So it looks like Krugi's about to win this. I think still no volunteers. Yeah. Let's go to Yugoslavia, actually. We haven't really been following what he's been up to, focus tree-wise, either. He seems to be... He's pretty close to the capital as well, so he's probably going to be winning this.
He's gotten his national unity up to a safer place, at least.
Yeah.
Bulgaria should fall.
He's been supporting the Orthodox Church here, suppressing Croat nationalism, and he's got some foreign capital going. And he's got Serbian general staff, which is one of the things you get in the sort of fascist direction.
Yep.
Which is pretty decent. It does make more generals more expensive, though. So there's some trade-offs in these kind of ideology. He's actually, if you look at this mutual exclusion thing, he's gone for all of the fascist ones, and kind of avoided the shortcuts.
Okay, the Americans have joined the war. Things are getting. Will this game even make it to the 1938 cutoff, or?
I don't know. Like that 38 cutoff has got to get real weird. Like, I mean, America 37, not a huge threat, but.
But I mean, and Japan hasn't done anything yet, really.
No. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yes, all very interesting. Down Japan, still not a lot happening in the background, with everything moving on very nicely in the rest of the world. So I'm going to call it an end to this episode, and well, we will carry this on in the very next episode, so you can see more of the fun game shenanigans that were going on at PDXCON. Okay, just a little bit extra. You probably see I've got probably about an inch of cards. I've got some prizes to give away. So if you'd like to apply for different prizes, World of Tanks, World of Warships, lots going through, and I will list what those are, and then we'll be doing some draws for people to celebrate the 20,000 subscribers, over 1 million views, 1.1 million views now. And yeah, very, very neat moving forward. All the fun we've been having, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And these will be going out as prizes to various people who are going to be drawn. So thank you so much. So speak to you soon. This is really, really the end. See you guys. Oh, plus t-shirts. I've got a couple of t-shirts as well, and a couple of wargaming things to give away. And we got some. Have we got any Paradox t-shirts? I've got a couple of Paradox t-shirts and yeah, some other little bits. So there can be some nice prizes coming up in the very, very near future. So write in and we'll pull some winners. They're not having the blog. No, they're not having the blog. No, they're now members of the family. Yeah. So see you very soon, guys. Bye.
For because the Paradox one finishes at a reasonable time, so we can do tomorrow.
Well,
unless there's a plan for tonight, you know.
No, the reasonable group with that one. You are now in the crazy.
We're in the crazy gang.
They're not going to allow you in.
We're in the
You better put.
We're in the crazy gang. I'm going to lose that. This is going. We're going to.
Right, before I go, here's a picture of Ted, and he was commentating at PDXCON Stockholm 2017, and yeah, did this before we went and played the multiplayer. Fantastic session, and all the partying, and so there's more footage of that which is going to be coming. There's more feeds which are going to be coming because I'm going with Wargaming to the grand finals, the Russian equivalent, which is going to be held in London, so that's coming up in the very near future. I've got footage of the recent Tank Fest event going out down there, and there's lots of other footage, lots of other films, videos that are going to be coming in the very, very near future. So I'm going to be putting those together. Even if I can't see screens and things properly, I'm going to be having those coming up for you anyway. So there will be more stuff. Somehow, I'm going to get some things to you. It will work. There is going to be more stuff. So don't give up on me yet. So yeah, keep having fun, and just look after each other, have a great time, and keep gaming, keep playing, do the things you love, and just try and make other people happy who are around you. So yeah, sounds simple. Just do it. So yeah, see you all soon. Take care. Bye.